Hi, this is Joe Harberg. I'm the founder and CEO of Current Energy, and this is the Daily Energy Report. Current Energy is a company that provides energy management systems and building automation systems for building owners. What Current Energy does is we have pieces of equipment that tie into every piece of equipment in a building that can draw gas, water, or electricity and use it. Current Energy has an energy management system, and what that means is that we go into a building with our equipment and we tie into every piece of equipment in the building that draws gas, water, and electricity. And then we work with the building owners to find ways to curtail that use. It may be things like changing behavior. It may be just simple things like making sure the equipment is scheduled to come on and off when it should come on and off. But through the results that we're having, we're doing a tremendous job in saving money on their gas, water, and electric bill. Well, we at Current Energy have chosen to go after small buildings first. That's kind of the footprint that's the best for our use right now. And what we've been doing is working with restaurants and retail stores, convenience stores, and in those buildings we're saving somewhere between 15 and 25% on the electric bill, and similar type results on the gas bill. Our system is capable of generating really big operational savings. What happens is that our system will generate text and alarm messages for those pieces of equipment when they fall outside of the way they normally are supposed to operate. And so by sending a repair person out to repair a piece of equipment, you're ultimately saving the price of potentially having to replace that equipment if you didn't know there was a problem with it. Our system is unique in several ways. First and foremost, we're able to actually tie into gas, water, and electricity. Most other systems just tie into electricity. We're totally agnostic as to type of equipment we're tying into. It could be anything from an air conditioning unit to a bun warmer at a fast food hamburger joint. It could be the water meter, the hot water heater, or it could be the ovens in a pizza place. So it really doesn't matter what type of equipment it is. We like to say, if you picture the International Space Station and all the pieces of equipment that were up there, and over time they knew at NASA they were going to change the equipment in and out, but the operating system they needed to keep the same. Our system operates very similar to the way that works. The people we have found that have aggressively gone after energy savings are those that use a tremendous amount of energy in a small space, and that primarily has been restaurant users. There really hasn't been a great solution for restaurant users for a long time, really ever. They have lots of systems on their roof. They've got lots of different systems in their units themselves. But we think energy management systems are best served by buildings that have lots of energy usage in the smallest amount of square footage. So generally speaking, restaurants and retail establishments and convenience stores and grocery stores have the most amount of equipment using electricity in the smallest amount of square footage. So that's going to have your biggest impact with an energy management system. If you have one air conditioning unit in a particular location, then a programmable thermostat is probably a pretty good use and you don't need a real energy management system. Once you get beyond one air conditioning unit and you have multiple systems operating in a facility, then you need to bring in some real automation to operate it as if it's one system and not have multiple thermostats operating independently. So we like that building that's got lots of energy usage in a small square footage. Take fast food as an example. Fast food, take a Wendy's or an Arby's, which is one of our customers. Wendy's has, if you think of it inside the back of a Wendy's, you've got not only the lights on the inside and lights on the outside parking lots, you also have air conditioning systems. And then you've got behind the counter, where generally people don't go, you've got everything from grills, bun warmers, ovens, microwaves, anything you can think of that are all pulling gas and water and electricity. And so the more you can actually monitor and then take control of those different pieces of equipment, the more chance you have to impact the energy usage. The system works incredibly well for professional energy managers because they know what they're trying to achieve. They know how good a system can operate for their particular locations, their facilities, and they want some sort of centralized look at all the facilities that they have. I mean, that's what they are paid to do, is be professional energy managers. On the other hand, when you've got a franchisee that may have multiple units, may have 10 locations of a McDonald's or a Wendy's or an Arby's or a whatever chain it is, Dunkin' Donuts, could be anything. They're sitting in a particular facility. That owner is sitting there, and usually they've got one set of drawers in their desk where they're writing personal checks, then another set of drawers where they're writing company checks. And so they're very in tune with cash flow and where money is coming from and where it needs to be spent. So those guys need it probably as much, if not more, than the professional energy manager or the big corporations that have energy managers, because they really, this is a game of inches. It's not a game of making a quick hit. If you can save $10 on how the bun warmers operate, and you can save $50 on how the hot water heater works, you can save $100 on the lights and $150 on the air conditioning unit, it doesn't take much to add up to an awful lot of dollar savings in a unit. Our system is capable of tracking their usage of electricity, gas, and water on a daily basis. So during the month, they know real time what they're actually spending on their various commodities that they're purchasing. And then it also will allow them, when they know that information, whether they should bring some of the capital expenditures they want to spend that year in their building to the month that they've got extra cash, or if they need to delay work until they have more cash later on in the year. Typical ROI for us in the fast food arena is under 3-year payback. And that's based on 10 cent kilowatt hour power, middle part of the country, pretty standard stuff. If you add more bells and whistles, that isn't really applied to the return on investment because there's no return on some of the bells and whistles. That's where you get the operational efficiencies that will pick that investment up. But generally speaking, under 3 years in the middle part of the country, and they can approach 2 years, 1.5 years on each coast where the electricity rates are high.